and welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. All kinds of stuff going on in the Verde Valley right now as summer winds down. In no way is the fun winding down. There's still so much going on. We're going to tell you about it today. Lots of interesting things. Our first guest today is Pastor Daniel Williamson. He's from the Church of the Nations in Flagstaff. Now, he's here to talk about the African Children's Choir. An amazing group. I managed to catch them a few years ago. I can't wait to see them again. It's a nonprofit humanitarian and relief organization dedicated to helping Africa's most vulnerable children today so they can help Africa tomorrow. These little kids, they sing their little hearts out. They perform. They tell you their life stories. It's really quite amazing. And it's a free concert. Donations are, of course, accepted and welcome to help support the program. But that's great. And Pastor Williamson is going to tell us all about that in just a few minutes. Then from the Camp Verde Library, we'll have with us library specialist Jerry Laurito, and he's going to talk about their upcoming 3-part resume workshop. That's right. You got to get your resume polished if you want to get anywhere in this world. You need a resume these days, and free workshop at the Camp Verde Library will help you. 3 days, 3 different angles. You're going to love it. Jerry will tell us all about that. Then we'll be joined by the Yavapai County Recorder Leslie Hoffman. The primary election is coming up on August 28th. Early voting is underway. We'll talk about choosing a ballot, the write-in candidates, all those weird, funny questions you've had about voting and who can vote and when can I vote and how do I do this? And Leslie's going to tell us all about that. Then we'll go on location, courtesy of our sponsors at Cat and Verde Links, to the new pickleball courts at Centerville Park, and we'll talk with Joni Westcott, who is the Community Services Supervisor for the town of Clarkdale, along with pickleball enthusiast Kevin Keller. Way too much fun. Way too much fun. You're going to love that. And we'll finish out our show today with the Kaleidoscope Kid. Something different for us today on the Verde Valley Experience. He is a rapper. We don't have too many of those in the Verde Valley, but this is a conscious rap with a smooth vibe. You're really going to like this. I love the song he's going to perform for us, Watermelon Kisses. I love this song, so I can't wait to have him play it for you here. So we'll go ahead and get started. Our first guest today is Pastor Daniel Williamson from the Church of the Nations in Flagstaff. Thank you for coming down and joining us today.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me today.
I absolutely love the African Children's Choir. I cried, I tell you, the whole time.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. I cried because I was so moved by these children who travel all over the world and sing and perform for audiences and raise awareness, and then in turn are educated and helped along.
Yeah.
So please tell us a little bit about the choir itself.
Well, the choir, this is their 49th tour.
Wow.
They started in 1984 under Ray Barnett, who was a humanitarian and was called to help in the war-torn area of Uganda. And he heard one small boy singing, and that captured his heart. And he realized, you know, in the scriptures it says that God is able to take beauty from ashes. And so he's really taken the voice of that first young boy and has developed 49 choirs as a result of that. They've traveled all throughout UK, Europe, and obviously North America as well too, singing, telling their stories. And then once the tour is completed, they go back to a boarding school in Uganda where they are scholarshiped throughout their entire educational career through a university as well.
Wow.
So today there are many serving in all parts of Africa as doctors, as lawyers, entrepreneurs, really making a great difference in Africa.
Wow, that's really incredible. I did not realize that they then got a scholarship for all of their primary schooling and then into university as well.
Yeah, they're building an international secondary school as we speak now to be able to host and to educate more children as well.
Wow, I know that's a huge issue in a lot of different countries, but specifically over in Africa, the children are needed in the family, and schooling is a luxury, so they're not getting that. And of course, the money needed for even a school supply or anything at all is not there.
Right.
You know, it's used for food because that's important too. But so to have this ability to share a natural gift and then receive schooling. And of course, the traveling isn't half bad either.
Right. They get a great experience on both ends.
Wow. So they travel around. How long is their tour for?
It's a 9-month tour.
Wow.
So yeah, they're on the road either in North America or the UK for 9 months. And so they're always looking for chaperones. They're looking for bus drivers. They're looking for people that can help them along in their 9-month tour as well, which alone I'm sure is just a great experience for the chaperones. who are here and know America. Obviously,
Oh.
the chaperones that are with the African Children's Choir are indigenous. Many of them were raised through the actual program of Music for Life,
Wow.
and are now just giving back to that.
That's amazing. They're paying it forward for future generations.
Absolutely.
That is incredible. Now, how did you become involved in this?
Well, years ago, I had heard about the African Children's Choir, and our church. We've always had a heart for the vulnerable, for the poor, but also wanting to let people experience what other nations, what other cultures struggle with. And so when we had the opportunity, probably close to 20 years ago, to host the African Children's Choir, we knew we couldn't pass it up. The kids come and stay in host families' homes, so you get to interact with a number of kids on a very personal level. They start calling you auntie or uncle, and you can stay in communication with them as well. So this is actually our 4th time hosting the African Children's Choir throughout the course of my life and ministry.
Wow. That's fantastic. Well, thank you for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is. I can imagine how it touches your life,
Yeah.
as well as those children. They're going to remember you.
Yeah.
They're going to remember their time here. Now, my understanding is that the concerts are free.
Yes, they are. Yeah, so we're having them on August 26th at 10 a.m. at our church. So it is a free concert, open to anybody. Everybody's invited. They do take a love offering, and then they give the opportunity to sponsor children as well too. Like many organizations, you can sponsor a child on a monthly basis. That helps feed them, helps clothe them, helps put them through school as well. So those opportunities are available, and that will be at the 10 a.m. service, and then again at 5 p.m. at First Missionary Baptist on Butler Avenue in Flag. We'll be doing another concert performance as well.
That's fantastic. 2 concerts the same day. That's Sunday, August 26th. Now, first at 10 in the morning at the Church for the Nations in Flagstaff. That's on North Bonito Street. Then later on at 5 o'clock at the First Missionary Baptist. That's on Butler Avenue. 2 chances. We can go see them twice.
Yeah, and it's worth seeing twice as well.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You'll be completely moved. How many folks can you hold in either of those places?
In our location, we can hold about 350, and then in the First Missionary Baptist, there's room for a couple hundred people as well.
That's fantastic.
So plenty of room for everybody.
Yeah, and I bet now that, I'm familiar with them, and I've been in the Verde Valley for 8 years, anyone who's been around it is familiar with them, and now will be going, oh yay, they're back, they're in Flagstaff this year, let's go see. That's great. And then the money that's the love offering then goes to support their travels and their mission that while they're traveling for that 9 months.
Yeah, it all goes directly into their 9-month tour.
So where does the money come from for their scholarships, for their schooling?
Music for Life does a great job in raising sponsorship and scholarships. That was one of Ray Barnett's passions, was to allow the world to hear these vulnerable children's story. And obviously once you hear their story, you want to be attached to their future. And so a lot of people have just really believed in it and bought into it, and then partnered with them financially.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wants to get involved, you mentioned the many ways they can get involved, as a chaperone, as a bus driver, or perhaps sponsor a child. Where should they go for more information on that?
Well, one, you can go to Music for Life's website. It's very informational, but it's also ways that you can immediately become a financial partner or a prayer partner, whatever way fits you best. And then obviously come and see the choir, come and see the kids, and you can make a personal connection with one of the 18, and then become a partner with them in their future as well.
Well, that's excellent. What does that look like to sponsor a child? What kind of financial commitment are we looking at?
I believe it's any amount that they're asking for. I think what they're ultimately trying to get to is like $30 to $40 per month per child. So if a child has to have a couple sponsors, so be it. But then over and above that, then it goes into the future scholarships, or they are expanding their program to kids who aren't in the choir as well too, that are just coming into the boarding school. That need support as well. That's
fantastic. $30 to $40. Geez, I wish I could feed my kid for $30 to $40.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Now tell us what to expect if you haven't been to one of these concerts. Why? But if you haven't, what should you expect if you go to one of these concerts?
Just like you said, you're probably going to be moved emotionally just hearing their stories. So you can expect very high energy, from the kids. They will all tell you not to feel sorry for them, even though their stories are so they're not familiar to most American children, put it that way. And so you're going to have an emotional connection. You're going to experience a lot of joy, a lot of laughter, and then you're going to hear some of the best voices that America, that the world probably has to offer, put to a choir, put to dance, put to instruments, and so forth. So it's really just something that's, you have to experience it. It can't necessarily be described.
Yeah, that's true. And their smiles.
And their smiles,
all
my goodness.
Those glowing smiles. It's amazing. So make sure you check it out. It's happening August 26th at 10 a.m. at the Church for the Nations in Flagstaff on North Juanito Street. Also again, same day at 5 p.m. at the First Missionary Baptist Church on Butler Avenue. Pastor Williamson, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hosting the choir again. I appreciate it. I'll see you there. I can't wait. I'm so excited. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Lease it now with Sears Hometown and Outlet. Right now is the perfect time to take a closer look at leasing. Leasing's a great way to get more. Choose from thousands of items throughout the store and online. Pick out at least $199 worth of items to start a lease and take home the brands you love with no credit required. It's simple. Take home what you want, when you want it, and leave satisfied.
Come see me, Lisa Peterson, your local store owner, and our great team at the Cottonwood Sears Hometown Store.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. From the Camp Verde Library, we have with us today Jerry Laurito, who is the library specialist in the house. Library specialist. Hey. I love that.
Hey, I like it too. It's really good.
Jerry, what is a library specialist?
We do different things at the library. We work with kids, the children's area. There's a library specialist for teens, library specialist for programming, library specialist for circulation, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Kind of, you do everything then.
Well, we all try to do something.
That's amazing. And the library itself, the Camp Verde Library, if you haven't been there, the most beautiful library on the planet.
Thank you.
It really is. You're going to work in the library, you want to work there.
That's right.
Absolutely. Check out the website, cvlibrary.org. That's going to have references to all the things we're going to talk about today. Of course, other programs that are going on at the library, anything you want to know. Lots of stuff happening at the library every week. But specifically, Jerry, we're here to talk about the three-part resume workshop that you have coming up starting August 15th and it ends on August 29th. Tell us about that.
That's a partnership we've put together with Yavapai College and Goodwill Industries and ourselves. Talking with the three representatives, we decided that figured out that there were multi-aspects to writing a resume. Linda Brannick from Yavapai College will be talking about what exactly to put in a resume, what kind of information. Then Mindy Brigham will be from Goodwill Industries will be talking about electronic means of actually putting it all together. They've got Goodwill Industries has a number of different tools that they have available for free, so that people can take the information that they want to put in a resume and actually put it into something that they can take away and either store it on a flash drive or print it out, that kind of stuff. Wow. That is available. And the final part will be myself talking about resources that the library offers, in-house, online, that kind of stuff, to that they can, if they don't want to do it right away, They can use our resources for resume writing. They can use our resources for job searching. You know, there's also information about interviewing and all kinds of different things about getting a job, that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, it's a partnership that we put together. And actually, Yavapai College has been, you know, working with us for about a year and a half now. They send I guess they send Linda, you know, to help with Yavapai College students who live in Camp Verde, so they don't have to come over, you know, here. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know, they can you know, use her expertise to you know, if they have problems with the classes, or if they have, you know, questions about career and that kind of stuff, Linda can help them out. And Yavapai College has also dropped off about 3 laptop computers that students can use. You know, we check them out, and they can use them in the building. You know, that kind of, to access, you know, the college resources and things like that.
Certainly. I can see how resumes and Yavapai College go hand in hand. Because if you've taken all these wonderful courses, Yavapai College wants to see you succeed.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a good resume, it's very challenging. Resume is it's your face you put forward to your employer who may not have met you yet.
It's a first impression. You know, it's, you know, however you put, you know, whatever you put on that resume is what they see first. And you know, sometimes, you know, an employer is very busy, they make a snap decision. Right. You know, and, you know, hopefully you want to be on the right side of that decision, you know, for at least an interview or something like that. Right. And Linda's very knowledgeable in that area as to, you know, what to put in and probably maybe even how to phrase it, that kind of stuff. You know.
There's a lot to phrasing when it comes to resume, and what to put in and what not to put in, and some little tricks and trade things that you may not know. I mean, the average person, oh my God, how many resumes? I have one, but I've written it over 100 times.
Oh yeah.
In 20 years, and it gets better each time.
Of course.
But boy, if I'd have had a 3-day workshop 20 years ago, I'd saved myself a lot of work.
That's right. That's right. And there's a lot more resources out there now than you know. It's, you know, you can have it online. You can have it, you know, and like you can carry it in your pocket, you know, and
right on your phone.
On your phone, exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Nowadays, nobody hands anybody a piece of paper.
No.
It's all digital.
Unless somebody asks for it, yeah.
Right, that's true. And then you know, files and PDFs and send it here and send it there. Attachments. Yes. Makes my brain go, you know, that kind of thing. So it'd be nice to be talked through that.
Yes.
So it's 3 separate events.
Right. So there's 3 separate events on 3 consecutive Wednesdays, and like I said, we'll be talking about A, what to put into it, B, you know, how to use the electronic tools, and C, what the library has to offer you for, you know, in that pursuit of a job.
Great. And you don't have to be a Camp Verde resident.
No. Anybody in, you know, if you can get here, we'll gladly accept you. We'd like to, you know, give us a call beforehand so that we know you're coming.
Nice.
And that kind
RSVP.
of thing. Yeah, RSVP, yes. And, you know, I'm sure there'll be plenty of space. You know, as you said, our library is beautiful, but it's also big. You know.
Yeah, it is.
We went from 5,000 to 17,000 square feet, and it's truly the hub of the community.
It certainly is.
Yeah.
It certainly is. And there's no charge for this workshop.
Absolutely not. You know, it's your tax dollars at work. You know,
well, there you go. Get
people
something
complain.
out of them.
Yeah, people complain about taxes, but this is, you're getting something out of it, and it's not a speeding ticket either.
That's true.
Yeah.
And do you see this in an age bracket of anywhere? And so we're talking like teens who are interested in building a resume?
Yeah, absolutely. Whoever's looking for a job. You know, I don't care if you're a teen or a senior. I mean, you know, seniors may have a resume, but might be, you know, 30 years old or more, and it might need updating, something like that. But you know, the purpose of this program is to, you know, help people, you know, either write their resume or improve their resumes and walk away with something new or something better than they had before.
Yeah, definitely. You will. I mean, just with 5 minutes with someone who knows what they're talking about, and you've got something better than you had before, and that just might be the ticket to that job.
And you know, in addition to, you know, people, this isn't just people talking to you. This, you know, if you have questions, there'll be time for questions and answers, and you know, maybe even some one-on-one time. You know, if you know, I think they're like 90-minute sessions, and you know, so there's some built-in time for, you know,
discussion,
you know, interaction and things like that.
Very nice, versus sitting and watching somebody point at a board. Do this, don't do that.
Right.
Well, that's great. So that's happening on Wednesdays from 2:30 to 4, starting August 15th and ending August 29th. A 3-part resume writing workshop Wednesdays. Woo! Say that fast.
Yeah.
cvlibrary.org. If we look on the website, information is there. Check out the phone number if you want to call RSVP. Let them know you're coming, so they have resources for you. That's really super. Other than that, it's wonderful. Thank you for having this. This is very beneficial for so many people.
Well, we hope it is, and hope people show up and see how things go. And,
great.
Hopefully people get some jobs out of this. And
I can't see why not, certainly. Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you.
The library specialist from Camp Verde Library, Jerry Laurito. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Nothing personalizes a home like paint, and JPS Paint Center is your paint pro. Featuring durable interior and exterior paints from Benjamin Moore. JPS Paint Center can help you find the perfect shade, and they're experts in color matching for any project, including their selection of automotive paints from standard to extravagant. JPS Paint Center. Find the perfect paint and all your paint supplies too on Main Street in Cottonwood.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernArizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Mingus, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with the Yavapai County Recorder, Leslie Hoffman. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Such an exciting time. We have the primary election coming up on August 28th. Yes. That's just practically days away.
That's all it is.
Barely weeks.
Right.
Early voting is underway.
Just started yesterday, so people can come into our office here in Cottonwood at 10 South 6th Street or Prescott at 1015 Fair Street and vote early in person. And yesterday, ballots went out to about 82,000 voters, a little over 82,000. So expect your ballot in the next 2 or 3 days. And if you don't get your ballot by the end of next week, please call us at 928-771-3248.
All right.
But they went out. We put it right on the truck ourselves.
Wow. Yeah. That's fantastic. I love being on the early voter ballot.
Yeah, over 76% of registered voters in Yavapai County are on the permanent early voter list.
It's been such a great thing. I don't have to stress about it. I can take my time.
Yes.
I can look everything over, do my research, make the most informed decision possible, stick it in the mail. I don't have to leave. It doesn't cost me any gas. It doesn't cost me a stamp.
Right. Or you can use our drop boxes. We have 13 drop boxes around the whole county. You can drop them off at any drop box. You can drop it by either one of our offices or drop it off at a vote center on election day. So even if you don't get it to the mail in time, because you want to be sure and get it in the mail at least 6 days prior to election day, because it has to be in our office by 7 p.m.
That's right.
On election day.
Yep, on the 28th by 7 p.m.
Yes.
So at that point, get in the car and drive it over there.
Right.
And hand it to somebody. Every vote counts. Every single vote counts.
Every vote counts, especially in your primary, because that's where a lot of your local elections are going on, and a lot of people are elected outright in the primary. So those are the people that affect you directly every day.
Yes, I hear a lot of people say, oh, the primary doesn't count. I'll vote in the next round because, we'll see what happens with this one. Well, like you just said, sometimes they're decided in the primary.
Especially your cities and towns.
Lost your, you don't have a say in it if you don't vote.
Correct.
So, got to vote in this one.
Please.
And there's a lot going on this year.
A lot going on this year. A lot of candidates this year. You'll have full ballots. It's great. It's great. A lot of activity. We started early voting yesterday, and we had a lot of people show up already.
Great.
And a lot of people are emailing us, and they're calling, wanting to know when their ballots are coming. They're real excited.
They're excited?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's really cool.
Yes.
Now, as far as ballots go, you know, there's of course, we've got the Republicans, the Democrats. We also have the Independents and the Green Party and all the other things happening. So how does that work with choosing your ballot? Because if you're not registered as a Republican or a Democrat, you have to tell what ballot you want.
Right. We have 4 recognized parties, our Democrat, Republican, Green, Libertarian. And if you are registered as an independent or no party specified, then you just need to tell us which ballot. And you can choose a Democrat, Republican, or a Green. The Libertarian, you must be a Libertarian, registered in the Libertarian Party to vote their ballot. But you just need to let us know. So if you're on the permanent early voter list, you would have got a letter from us just a couple of months ago saying which ballot would you like. If you didn't see it, if you didn't get it, you can call us. We'll send you a ballot, but you need to let us know. And if you go into a vote center on election day, you'll need to let them know which ballot you want. We can't pick for you.
Right. Okay. So it's
very important. Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that independents can vote in the primary. You just need to let us know what ballot you want.
Oh, excellent. So many choices. That's wonderful.
Lots of choices.
Oh my gosh.
Lots of choices.
Yeah.
And then of course in November everybody gets the same ballot.
Well, there you go.
So then there's no question there, but we try really hard to get the word out to our independent voters that you need to vote in the primary. Please let us know. You call us, let us know. You can email us. We get a lot of emails. Go to our website. We're really easy to get a hold of, and you'll get response.
That is true.
Last date of mail ballots out though is the 17th. So even if you're not on the permanent early voter list and you decide you just want to vote at home, you're going to be out of town, you can't get in, call us. We'll mail you a ballot. We'll mail it to you, you can get it back to us. You don't have to be on the permanent early voter list to get a ballot by mail. You just need to ask us for one.
Well, how about that?
Yes. We make it as convenient as we can.
Yes, you do. Thank you.
Lots of choices.
So if you're going to be on vacation or out of town, we can call you, you'll mail it to us. We can.
Absolutely. Or come into our office and vote early.
Brilliant.
Had a friend of mine when I was downstairs yesterday came in and she said, my friend and I are going to be out of town, so we're going to come in and vote early since we usually vote on election day. So it's a great convenience.
That's true. Avoid the crowds.
Right, right.
Like Black Friday shopping, you know.
Yes, yes. We have Black Friday for 27 days prior to election. You can vote early.
I bet.
Yeah, and don't forget our vote centers too in Yavapai County started in 2012. If you're an election day voter, you can vote anywhere in the county. You don't have to vote in your house or in your precinct.
Right.
If you're in Baghdad on election day and you want to vote there, you can go into a vote center and vote there.
That's
if I'm over here doing an interview with you and I need to vote, I can vote here even though I live in Chino Valley.
Excellent.
So it's very convenient. You don't have to. You can vote where you work, where you drop your kids off for school, or you're shopping, any place that's convenient for you.
That is super convenient. I remember
really
it wasn't always like that.
Oh, no.
And it was very challenging. Some days, you know, I drove my mother 100 miles through a snowstorm so she could vote.
Right, right. You had to get up early before work, or you had to
right.
be sure to get out of work on time, especially if you lived, like I do. I live over 30 minutes away from my office. So I'd have to get up really early or be sure I left right on time so I could get to my polling location. But you don't have to do that anymore. Not in Yavapai County.
Okay.
Not in Yavapai County. It's getting very popular all over the country, having vote centers.
Ah, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Now, something really interesting that comes up every time we have an election are write-in candidates. What is the deal with write-in candidates?
Well, everybody who is going to run for an office, you have to go through a process of getting petitions signed. I'm sure everybody's seen people out handing petitions out. And then those petitions, a certain number, depending on the office, have to be turned in by a specific deadline to have your name printed on the ballot. If you miss that deadline, you can still come in, fill out certain paperwork, depending on the office, to be a qualified write-in. But you have to be a qualified write-in, and then there's a deadline for that. It's just as harder to win as a write-in candidate because people want to see the name.
Right.
But we have a lot of write-in candidates this election, and a lot of people don't understand that if they write in someone that's not a qualified election or a qualified candidate like Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck or Bigfoot, we see all kinds of stuff. We still have to look at those.
Yeah.
Our system still picks those up, says you have a write-in, and we have to look and see who that write-in is. So it really takes up a lot of time. You have to be a qualified write-in. You have to have signed, filled out, and turned in the proper paperwork to be a write-in.
So if we mess around with our write-ins, we're actually taking time away from you and your job because you have to look at them.
Sure, because everybody wants to know what the races end up at the end of the night, and if the write-ins are the last things that we do. And if we have, there was one election a couple of years ago, we had 3,500 write-ins. That's a lot to look at. And there were only 2 or 3 races that had qualified write-ins.
Oh my God.
But we have to look at all of them to make sure that if they're qualified, they get counted.
Wow.
Yes.
Such a job.
It's a great job, though.
Good. I can
Most
tell
of the
that you
time.
really like your job. Except for that last
Most
hour
of
on
the
the
time.
28th when you're the 1,000th write-in.
Oh yeah, but it's still fun. We're generally there till late, and it's all part of it. It's all part of it. We're making plans today on who comes early, who's staying late, and
Good. Okay, so quick word of advice, people who are voting, what should they do? What should they not do?
be sure your ballots. If you're on the mail, if you have a mail ballot, be sure it's in our office by 7 p.m. on Election Day. Please sign your affidavit envelope.
Yes.
Not your spouse, not your mom's, not somebody else, because we look at every single signature and compare it to the signature on record.
Yes.
To make sure that you voted your ballot. So it's very important. Some people forget. Some switch the envelopes. They get their envelope, husband and wife are voting together. They exchange their envelopes and get those mixed. And we will get a hold of you, though. If we have your cell phone, we have a program now where we can text you. We'll call. We'll send a letter if there's time. Be sure you sign that.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, call us. There's a lot of people there in the office. We'll answer any questions. Excellent. And just be sure you do it before 7 p.m. on Election Day, August 28th.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Appreciate you taking time out. I know you're really busy right now.
That's okay. Giving people good instruction and good information makes our job a lot easier.
Yes, I bet it does. Check out yavapai.us. There's your website. It's going to have all the information that you need on there. Of course, give them a call if you have any questions. Lovely voice at the end of the line is going to be happy to answer your questions.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here. We have
Thank
with
you.
us Leslie Hoffman, the Yavapai County Recorder. Such a pleasure and such an honor to have you in the studio. So cool.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of the experience. We're going to go talk pickleball, so don't go away.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
We Organize You serves the entire Quad City area and the Verde Valley with custom cabinetry, including kitchen, garage, laundry, custom home office, and closet systems. Stop by their showroom in Chino Valley to see how they can make your home more convenient and valuable. It's time to get reorganized with We Organize You. For more information, go to weorganizearizona.com. That's weorganizearizona.com.
To the Verde Valley Experience. We're out here in Centerville Park on Avenida Centerville. Did you catch that? We're going to talk about pickleball today. Pickleball is awesome. We have with us Kevin Keller, who is a pickleball enthusiast. We also have with us Joni Westcott, who is the Community Services Supervisor for the town of Clarkdale. This is a relatively new thing here at the park, I believe, correct? Now, yes. Pickleball, though. Pickleball's been around for a little while, hasn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, about 53 years the sport has been around, yeah.
And why is it not yet a household name?
Well, it is now. It just has become in the last few years. It's a sport that is played on a court that's a little bit less than a badminton-sized court, 34-inch net, and it's played with a wiffle ball type ball and a solid paddle, twice as big as a ping pong paddle. Well, so it gives you an opportunity to play socially, and you can also play competitively. So it's really catching on fast.
Okay, it looks like a cross between tennis, badminton, ping pong.
Yes, exactly.
Like all that stuff mixed together.
That's right.
Very cool, but it looks like fun.
Yes,
it doesn't look tense. It's not like tennis.
Yeah.
You know, tennis, you see people are like running around like crazy. These guys are having a good time.
Yeah, they are. It's good for workout. It's good for fun.
And there's a nice range of ability here.
Yep.
It looks like, to me, doesn't really matter what kind of shape you're in. Doesn't really matter what age you are.
Yeah.
Looks like pickleball is something you can
Right.
do.
From the very smallest to the very oldest. We have players that are up in their 80s and players that are as young as 5.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, at the park, what are the hours that you can play pickleball?
Well, we're still working on finalizing that, but we during the day, all day long, you can come and get into the lockbox, use the equipment, and play. So it's totally open during the day.
Very nice. How long have you been playing?
3 years.
3 years. What attracted you to pickleball?
Just a good, solid workout and a lot of fun with the social aspect of it, too.
Right. It does look like a nice social group. There's a lot of people here having a good time already, and it's, you know, this time of day and it's hot, and they're still enjoying themselves.
That's right.
So yeah, it's great. There's not a lot of running around either, which I like.
Yeah.
With tennis, it's running back and forth. And can you do singles and doubles?
Singles and doubles, that's right.
Singles and doubles.
And they have competitive levels at all different types, singles and doubles.
Oh, a lot of rules with pickleball?
Some rules, a lot of rules, not too many. It's easy to learn.
Yeah, that was
Easy
my
to learn.
next question. Easy to learn, good.
Easy to learn.
That's awesome. And this just started here. You had your grand opening, correct, Joni, on July 14th.
Right.
So it's going strong now.
Yes.
And how and why? Like all of a sudden you decided we needed to do a pickleball.
This guy, this guy, Kevin reached out to us about the pickleball movement and having some place in Clarkdale for Clarkdale residents and the community to use. And so we found some funds and we were able to get the courts painted. And then Kevin also helped us with a USAPA.
Yes.
USAPA.
USAPA.
Grant to get pay for the nets, and he's donated paddles and balls for our box. And so people just need to contact community services in order to get the code for the box. And so they can just call our office or go to our website at clarkdale.az.gov and go to Parks and Rec, and we'll have our contact information there, and then people can come and play anytime that they want between 6 and 9. So that's the hours of our park. We have a beautiful park here as well, so people can bring their kids to play and play pickleball or play with their kids in pickleball. And yeah, we have
so
a lot
there's no age limit in either direction.
No.
Okay, excellent. And you got to get the code for the box.
Right.
Which requires coming into community
Contact
services.
us. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Checking that out.
Email
But
or
otherwise, you know, it's kind of when you like.
When you like to play.
When you like to play.
When you can find 4 people to play with.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Or at least
one.
2. At least
you know,
2.
Hey, you know, it's a nice thing to do. It's a bonding thing, or couples, or you know, you never know. And then meeting new people is always fun.
Always.
And everybody's always in a good mood, I've noticed, when they play pickleball. You know, it's so funny. Nobody's tense. They all look really relaxed. In fact, it's relaxing watching it.
Yeah.
So to come and enjoy the park, too, there's lots of shaded areas. It really is a beautiful park.
Yeah.
Is it new park?
It's not a new park,
Wow.
but we do have lots of parking and restroom services as well.
Yeah.
Picnicking areas.
Playground
it's
for
got,
the kids.
Yeah.
You know, and
It's got a lot to offer.
great
Views.
view. I know, what a great place to put it. Now, this court looks like it's multi-use because it still has basketball
It is.
happening. So
Right.
these nets move. They go
They
in the
do.
box.
They come apart easily, go together easily. We store them in the box, and that's part of what you're getting the code for, is to be able to put the net together. There's directions in there to set it up. It's really
directions
easy.
and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And everything's in there, so you don't need any specialized equipment.
Nope.
You don't have to buy anything.
Just
No.
come.
Just
Just
show up with
come
your
and play.
sneakers on.
Show up
would
at
be
the
a good
park.
thing.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can play.
Yes.
Oh, so if we Google pickleball, Kevin, will we find out all the
tons
rules?
of stuff.
And
Yes.
yeah,
Rules are out there. Everything's out there. A lot of videos.
you're gonna hold any pickleball clinics?
Yes, we will do that too.
Yeah.
Wow, do you have any scheduled yet?
We're thinking once a month.
Oh,
when the
nice.
weather cools off a little bit.
Yeah, that would be good when
Yeah.
it cools off a
Yeah.
little bit. Well, that would be great, Kevin. You could share your expertise with the world.
He's just that happy about pickleball.
Oh, sweet.
And we appreciate him very much.
Thank you, Joni.
Well, yeah, apparently you're the man behind this all. If it wasn't for you, you know,
Well, I
the
couldn't have done it
driving force.
without the help of Joni, that's for sure.
Oh, well, nice teamwork.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned the group that helped you with the funding here,
Yeah, that's the USAPA.
which is a pickleball association.
Yes, United States Pickleball Association,
Oh.
usapa.org.
USAPA.org.
Yes.
Obviously, that's going to be the best place to go
Yeah,
to
for
find
all kinds of
rules
information.
and
Yes,
information.
yes.
and stuff like that. Okay, say that one more time.
USAPA.org.
USAPA.org. Go there for pickleball.
Yes.
It's sweeping the nation. Of course, it's been around.
Taking over.
You just don't hear about stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, and this is nice. It's something that everybody can do.
Right.
You know, as I personally hate tennis. Oh my God, I hate tennis.
It's too much work.
It's too many rules.
Yeah.
You know, too much aggression, and oh, you're not doing it right, and oh, and here everybody's like, yeah, you're having a good time. Yeah. Super. That is super. Joni, you play pickleball?
I do now.
Good answer.
I do now. I got a chance, my very first chance at our grand opening, and
she did
I
great.
can tell
she
you,
did great.
as a first time, it is so easy. It's addicting once you start. It's very fun, and it's a good family friendly. You know, get everybody involved in an outdoor activity, which is what we're looking for. You know.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm gonna have to come play with my family. And the thing is, there isn't a charge to come to the park.
Right.
There is no charge to sign up and get the code.
All free.
There's equipment, you don't need anything.
Right.
That's great. Joni, tell us again where we need to go to get signed up for the code.
They can email community services at clarkdale.az.gov. Or they can go to the website at clarkdale.az.gov.
Okay.
And
sounds good.
Parks and Rec and all of Alan Backus and I's contact information will both be there.
Super. Well, there you go. Get yourself signed up. Come on out, play some pickleball. Kevin, Joni, thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you out here.
Yeah, now we're going to go play a game.
Thanks a lot for coming.
We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
All right.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride.
This was my last song, I'd sing it with Blue. I met an angel yesterday, she sang too. She said, I could see that you've got something on your mind. Just tell me what you're thinking. So softly I replied, I was just leaving, but I guess that we could talk. She gave me a cigarette, let's go for a walk. Now in that moment I didn't notice she had wings. Let me ask you a question, my child. When you sing, tell me, where does it come from? The melodies you've written, where do you find all the soul in your rhythm? I thank God for all the songs I've been given, cause an angel once told me it's all music if you listen. So where does it come from? The words that you find in? Where do you keep all these songs in your mind? If this was my last song, I wouldn't make it rhyme. I say my last words and just let the beat ride. Now this is when the story gets strange, cause she began to sing and the flowers did the same. A songbird dreams and the songbird sang. Oh, what a world, what a wonderful day. And I was getting high as to do your smoke tree. She laughed for a second, then I passed her the tree. She said you should smile more, the music I would die for. She passed me the light and said, you know what I mean? You got me thinking about a songbird's dreams, whoa, whoa. But the truth is, I don't know. You got me thinking about the songs I never wrote. But the truth is, I don't know. Now this is when the story gets strange, cause she began to sing and the flowers did the same. A songbird's dreams and the songbird sang. Oh, what a world, what a wonderful day. And I was getting high as to do your smoke tree. She laughed for a second, then I passed her the tree. She said you should smile more, the music I would die for. She passed me the light and said I know what you mean. Thank you. Kaleidoscope Kid. That song's titled The Songbird's Dreams.
I loved that.
Thank you.
That's one of my favorite songs that you have.
Thank you very much.
The Kaleidoscope Kid, everyone. That, it was so smooth and so wonderful and so dreamy. When did you write that?
I wrote that like a week ago, I think.
What? I love it. I love it. I love it. So it's fresh.
Yes, yes.
And it's beautiful.
Thank you very much.
Wow. Where'd you get your muse on that one?
That was just, you know, going through reflections with life and just with love and losing people around you and kind of just reflecting on if this was my last song, like what would I write, you know.
Wow. So. I love it. Jeez, you've got the soul of a 60-year-old sage in this 20-something body. That's amazing. How'd you get so wise to put that in your music?
A couple years ago when I started playing music, I had been playing music for like a month or so, just started, and then I got very sick and I was in the hospital for a while and I got diagnosed with this autoimmune disease, and during that time I couldn't really speak or do anything for like a month, so it really became this healing process of just writing music every day and playing music, and it almost became like an obsession as far as like knowing the potential for healing that it had.
Wow.
Yeah, so it got me through a lot of just mental things.
That's very profound.
Yeah.
How about that? So it's only been a couple of year process for you then?
Yeah, absolutely. I've only been doing this a couple years. I picked up guitar a couple years ago, and now it's just everything is interesting as far as music, so I love to play all instruments and all of that.
And your backing tracks, that's all you?
Yeah, I have all of that's my production and everything like that, all the instruments and all that, so.
Wow. How many songs do you think you've got together now?
I have a lot of songs. I usually find myself writing a song every day or every other day with the time I have, and so what gets released is stuff that's really close to me, but there's a lot of stuff that goes unreleased that doesn't get out there.
We'll be waiting for that album.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so we can hear your music. It's out.
Yeah, you can check me out on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, like all major distributors. You can just look up the Kaleidoscope Kid and I'll be on there.
Yeah, and it's true. He's not kidding. And you're on Facebook and Instagram, and you're all over the place.
Yeah, everywhere you look, and you'll be able to find me.
Oh, that's great. Do you do any live performances in the Verde Valley?
More so in Phoenix and in Flagstaff, but I'm always looking for new opportunities, and I love to perform. So. Yeah.
Wow, that's great. I can see that it really flows out of you, and that's beautiful to see. When you have a musician that doesn't have to push it or force it, it just flows. It's almost like it's pulled out of you. It's really quite beautiful. Wow, a song a day. Jeez, that's quite a challenge.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And so that one was called Songbird's Dream?
Yeah, that's a Songbird's Dream.
Really nice. And all those things you had to put behind it and such layering. It's quite nice. I like all the little noises in the background too. It's very clever.
Yeah, I try to keep my production simpler and not too much, and just like I love playing guitar, so I always try to implement like jazz and blues and different sides to it, and then just get a good melting pot of different genres in there, you know.
Yeah, and you managed to do that because you know, technically what you're doing is rap.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's not, because it's smooth and it's inviting and it's melodic, which you don't think of rap and melodic. So when you describe yourself, multi-genre.
Yeah, it's really hard. I get a lot of people that are like, you just have your own sound, and I'm like, thank you. So.
Yeah, and it's really quite nice because you want to listen, you get pulled in by the story, and you also get pulled in by your voice. Your voice is beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And I hear you collaborate with other artists as well.
Yes, always working with other artists. It's just wonderful to be around groups of people who support you and kind of just feed into that energy, and everyone wants to lift everyone up, and everyone wants to create and explore.
Geez, I want to play music with these guys.
It's fun.
That was not my musical experience as a kid. That really wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very fun.
Wow. What's the next song you're going to perform?
The next one is Watermelon Kisses, and that one I wrote a couple months ago. I have a video on YouTube of me performing it live in my house, and it's a very fun song, a little bit more upbeat.
More upbeat? That one was really upbeat anyway. So even more upbeat. Wow. So would you consider all of your songs upbeat?
There are some stuff that I do that's definitely like, it's full spectrum, you know what I mean? A lot of it goes into the darker emotions and as well as the happier ones as well.
Oh, well, good.
So I like to hit it all.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, being able to put your emotions to words, to music, with backing tracks and all that other stuff, and have it come out as wonderful as it does. I mean, it's an amazing talent you've got there.
It's very much therapy for me, myself. Like, I just love to make music. So.
Yeah. and I can see that it works. You look great.
Thank you. Thank you.
What's the future going to hold for the Kaleidoscope Kid? What are your dreams to take this?
We're just getting started, but I definitely would love to. The goal is just to be able to travel around and spread that message with people. And I've always wanted to travel the world, but it seems it's nice to have music as a foundation to do that, so I can do it comfortably and then go back later and see stuff. But I would love to just be able to explore as much of the world as I can, and I think music can be the medium for which that can happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the different genres that you put together really do speak to a multitude of people.
Yeah.
It's not just one thing. Folks that may go, rap, I don't technically usually like rap, but what you're doing doesn't really fall into that. And yet those that do will love it as well.
Absolutely.
And the smoothness that you've put in there. Your inspiration coming from I say your youth, you're only in your 20s anyway, but who would you say inspired you to move into that area?
I mean, growing up, I always listened to all sorts of stuff. My dad listened to classic rock and blues and jazz. My mom listened to country and folk. And then where I grew up, it was a lot of hip-hop music and a lot of that culture. So between all of it, I just love listening to all types of music. And I always joke and tell people, I'm like, I want to be on every radio station. I don't want to just be on one radio station. I would love to play all types of music.
Well, there you go. That's great. I know about 6 radio stations I'd put you on right now.
Right on.
Well, that's wonderful. So we can look you up on Facebook.
Yes.
The Kaleidoscope Kid. We can look you up on Instagram.
Yes.
We can look you up on YouTube.
Yes. Look me up on iTunes, on Spotify, all those, on Tidal Music, on on Google Play, on Amazon Music. So any of the major providers.
Super. The Kaleidoscope Kid. Make sure you check it out. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I can't wait to hear the next song.
Yes.
Thank you all very much for watching the Verde Valley Experience. We always appreciate you. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on our Facebook page. Check us out at verdevalleytv.com, at myradioplace.com. I know you're going to want to watch the Kaleidoscope Kid, see what he's up to next. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
All right, this next song is Watermelon Kisses. Let's get it started here. My lady's sweet as sugar, love me softly, love me sweet, and her sugar is my weakness. She's the sweetest honeybee, and my baby, I've been missing all your watermelon kisses. Tell me, is this really love or just a dream? 'Cause I don't wanna wake up, let's just see where this dream takes us. Wonder what my dreams are made of, get high. 'Cause baby, when we make love, you're the sweetest thing I've tasted. Said now baby, we could stay up all night. Said I ain't never felt a love like this. It's on, lay it down baby girl, you're my favorite song. A sun wild child with a smile so playful, spun by the hands of time to move angels. Sung by the gods was a song for the free birds. Love was the talk on the tongues of the preachers. Imagine if Lennon survived and could be here. If love is enough, what if God is a dreamer? Would you believe if I told you that love is the answer we need? 'Cause everyone's looking for something, that something's right under your feet. Just move with the seasons to show you the reason we wonder and dream. And under it all, though at times we will fall, I know love's all we need. Never felt a love like this, it's on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. Said I ain't never felt a love like this, it's on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. My lady's sweet as sugar, love me softly, love me sweet, and her sugar is my weakness. She's the sweetest honeybee, and my baby, I've been missing all your watermelon kisses. Tell me, is this really love or just a dream? 'Cause I don't wanna wake up, let's just see where this dream takes us. Wonder what my dreams are made of, get high. 'Cause baby, when we make love, you're the sweetest thing I've tasted. Said now baby, we could stay up all night. And I ain't never felt a love like this, it's on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. Said I ain't never felt a love like this, it's on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. And I ain't never felt a love like this, it's on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. And I ain't never felt a love like this is on. Lay it down, baby girl, you're my favorite song. Much love, everyone. Thank you. Check out the Kaleidoscope Kid, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, all that good stuff. Much love, everyone. I appreciate you all. Thank you.